But yeah, they're probably gonna threaten me for this too. Not gonna be surprised if they do. When they do, trying to figure out what I'm doing on here. Here on my camera leveled. My Fiji water. The Gangstalking Matrix. So I had to change the title of the live stream because I guess it wasn't getting views like that. So I kind of just want to see if this will get views. That's been the point. The point was never to blow up, but it was to get the word out about the gang stalking. Really, I can tell you pretty much everything you need to know about it, but there's some stuff that even I don't know. Why is this not going on? You know, I don't know why they do it at the end of the day. I mean, I know some of the reasons why, but the whole entire reason I don't know. I don't know why they do it. I've had these people get angry at me. They all have the one headlight on their vehicle or some other thing that they do. Something that they did with me and a few other people was that they would follow me and these other people around with no headlights at night, deliberately as a threat. I mean, it was pitch black, and there were several, maybe 3 vehicles that I caught on camera that didn't have their headlights on. They say what does that mean? What does that matter? It doesn't matter. They're doing it deliberately. All of them. Why? One, to elicit the most negative reaction, because alongside the V2K, alongside the things that they're doing to you, or me, that should rile you up. You know, that's what happened to me. They hit me with this technology for 3 days, and it landed me in a psych ward, because I ended up crashing out over it. I didn't hurt anybody, but I did end up hurting myself, so they they put me in a psych ward. And since then, they've used that as a threat. We'll put you in a psych ward. They've been using it as a threat since day one of this starting. Like, honestly, like, they frame you up as crazy and then they strip your rights away. And in my opinion, that is a stripping of rights. You know, they strip your rights by making you go into a psych ward. That's how it was for me. And if you go on Google, the specific psych ward that I went to, none of the reviews are good. They're all terrible. Even I left a review and said that, you know, this is not where you want to go. Even their own doctors say that. You get forced to take medication there, as far as I'm aware. There's a med line where everyone waits in line for their meds. Fiji water. And you have to take the medication. So they gave me something called Abilify, Ariprazole, and Depakote, valproic acid, sodium valproate, basically. And that is a bipolar medication, it's a schizophrenia medication, it's a migraine and seizure medication. It's a very specific one, and, you know, they forced me to take this. I'm still on it, unfortunately, for several months. So if you're being gang stalked and you think that crashing out is the answer, don't. They will only put you in a psych ward. At least that's what they did to me. And it was not fun. Thanks for the hearts and the like. But I consider it a stripping of rights. Not in all cases, but in my particular case, this was, it was organized. They had organized this, and it was deliberate. They've been talking about putting me into a psych ward for so long. As long as this has been going on, they've been doing that, using it as a threat in a malicious way, in the we control you kind of way. I don't know if you've ever been challenged like that before, but I have. And there's a guy on my channel who is vehemently against what I say. His name is Chief Handler. I made a whole video about him. He talks just like they do. Very subtly envious and jealous, and, they just want to file you in something, drug addict, crazy person, whatever, and then use that against you, and then also use the threat of a psych ward against you, while also fucking with your head. And then, if you call that out, you're a pussy, right? Well, it's not that it hurts me so much that I have to call it out. It's just like, why are they doing that? Why are people playing games with us, doing subliminals? Why do all these people who I don't know say the same things as I do? The same tactics. The one headlight, the subliminals. Why? It's all established tactics of mind control. This is how they keep people in line. This is how they tried to keep me in line. This has been going on for 3 years. Alright, once it starts, I don't know if it stops, unless you join them. And believe me, they offered that too. Now, real question. Why would these people offer me all these things if they were joking? To sell my soul, to do all these different horrible things. Why were they offering that if it wasn't what they intended on doing? It was always some kind of sick joke. Well, I don't really have the evidence to prove that any of that happened, but that's what it is. It sucks out here. It's a very strange path I'm walking. It all relates back to God. The plants, the creation, the medicine, and how they control that. And I don't know if you've ever had something forcibly taken from you, something that you needed, but that's what a lot of this feels like, and it's unnecessary. They lie to get what they need done. They did the same thing with marijuana, but they refuse to do it with alcohol these days. So you can tell that they're not being genuine, with some of these plants that they've made illegal. I'm pretty sure ayahuasca is illegal here in America. They want to make kratom illegal, which is mind-blowing. They're like making it's like making coffee illegal. But that's what they want to do here in Ohio. They want to slander God's creation and act like everyone is going to have a horrific complication when that's not the case. I've been taking it for 5 years. I'm completely fine. It's all a corruption. We have to see it that way. They rule above us, and they use this bread and circuses against us. And they're like, we'll take it away from you. It's like a fully grown man stepping on the sandcastle of a child. That's what this equates to at the end of the day. And then there are the bots that celebrate, all crop up at once, like they're in the hive mind or something. They all crop up at once and say the same shit. And I fact-checked them. It's not true. I mean, do you really want to believe what the mainstream media says to you? After we've caught the mainstream media thousands, or not thousands of times, but too many times. Too many times. I remember there was this video where like 150 different news stations from around America were reading the same script. I don't know what to call it, but they all read from scripts. So when they get the move the mass media, when they get the move to cancel something, in this case Kratom, they have it all, they do it all at once, and then all of a sudden there are these people that have been silent this entire time talking about how Kratom is dangerous because they're ridiculous. Meanwhile, these same people won't say anything about alcohol, won't say anything about the many dangerous pharmaceutical medications because they're a part of that system. They can't call it out even if they wanted to. That's my finding. It's the police, yeah, they're, basically what happens is if you didn't commit a crime, this is what looks like happened to me. They made me a non-investigative subject, meaning there's no investigation legally into my name, but they are spying on me. That's what I've heard it put as. I don't know what they gain from it, but I know they do it. If you look at some of the older videos on my channel, they were like posted up outside my house. They still do that to this day. They post right outside my house, like a lot. Just sitting there talking, sometimes for an hour, 2 hours. So I wonder like what they're doing. Sometimes, okay, so there's this technology, right? It's called Stingray and Dirtbox that the police use to pull data up from your phone. So I think that might be what they're doing. I don't know why they would do that, but they sit right next to my house. They got fancy computers in there. I don't know. Hey, Nicholas W. Talbot, do you have experiences with the EMS and the fire squads doing this to you? Because I do. They'll like collaborate with cops and citizens to do street theater. I'm not kidding. They've been doing that for a while. This one time, I'm pretty sure they faked a car accident because the guy was literally, he looked like he was on Molly or something, dude. He was smiling and his car was on fire next to me. Like I was walking down the street and I saw this street theater where the guy, he had like a blue light in his hand, right? And his car was on fire and he was like running around smiling. I don't even know what to say. I assumed it was street theater because it was so crazy. But do you have any experience with the fire and EMS doing this? Because I do. I don't know if they got technology fitted out in the ambulances, but I've been in an ambulance several times in the last year. I haven't seen anything like that. Maybe they got different ambulances for it. I know that they use the sirens in the street theater. I know they use the sirens to blow out your eardrums, lower your vibration, if you want to put it that way. It does something to you on the frequency level that's not good. And then that's why they flood you with it. I remember when this first started, there were so many noise campaigns, like these cops, these EMS, and the fire department would do this every single, well, not every single day, but pretty much every single day. And they would just make all this noise, and if I followed them, they were not doing anything. Like, they would just stand there posted up, like they were having some kind of meeting between the police and the fire department. Like, I literally followed them all the way out there. Nothing happened. There was nothing. There was another instance where the whole city was empty except for these cops and EMS workers. I don't know if it was, to mess with me or what, but they were doing some kind of street theater, a street demonstration, rather. When they get all together like that, they're trying to do a symbolic demonstration. So in my area, I live in Ohio. There's a lot of Freemasons, and my beef with the esoteric occult side of reality started with the Satanists and the Freemasons. So this is a real life beef still going on to this day. The Freemasons like the idea of hierarchy. They like handling people. They like being, an authority over someone. This is just what they like. I know that they have used the Freemasons in my stalking, and I know they've used Satanists, but I don't really have much proof outside of, a couple of people that I used to hang out with that were associated with them. Have you ever seen a Freemason get on YouTube talking about how they were being gang stalked? I haven't. I've also never seen a Satanist doing it, which, you know, out of all the people to complain about gang stalking, you'd think a Satanist or Freemason would be on the list, right? No. I think it's because they're the ones hiring, because they do it with Scientology. Scientology got exposed for doing gang stalking. I mean, you can look this up on YouTube. Scientology stalking. This is the same tactic. Another tactic that Scientology has is the alarms. They have this alarm thing, and the alarm will go off and let other Scientology members know that somebody who is a target is around and might be recording. I don't know if that's exactly what it means when they do it around here, but they really have put, this is 50, like, maybe over 50 times that they've done this, where they sit outside my house and light off a car alarm the moment I leave my house, or they just do it inside while I'm in my house. It's stupid, right? But they're doing it deliberately to break someone, to fuck with someone's head. That's all. So, yeah, of course they're gonna try to make me fucking work for them. That's exactly what they try to do. They try to lure me outside of my house and make me work for them. I don't know what they'd have me doing, but I didn't want to. To me, they're like Agent Smith. They're literally like Agent Smith from the fucking Matrix. That's literally what they are. At least in my story, that's what they are. One sec. So yeah, that's why I titled this live stream The Gangstalking Matrix. It's a whole matrix, a sea of information as it relates to gang stalking, and a lot of it might actually be completely fake. Just deliberate disinformation, controlled opposition, if you will. And I've seen fake TIs. I don't remember their channel names, but there was one that admitted to being a perp and was possibly even gang stalking me in real life. So it's certainly food for thought. I don't have the proof, but what happened was they show you these images. So the technology is capable of transmitting audio, images, and what looks to be video all at once. So what they did was they sent an image of Ghostface from the Scream movie, and the very next day I found this channel pretending to be a TI in one video and then admitting to being a perp in the other video with Ghostface as the profile picture. And one of the videos said, like, "You scared?" Like, he just said, "You scared," for no reason, like he was talking directly to me. So that's one of the things I encountered, but I don't know. It could be multiple, it is multiple people doing it, but that particular instance, you know, how did they make that happen? It's the Matrix, bro, the numbers, the algorithms. They're wild for that. Oh my god, dude, you can't believe the shit I've seen. Like, only 2 views? This is the most mind-blowing shit I ever had happen, and it was the worst shit I ever had happen. These people are like legit Satanists, bro. I want to tell you what I saw, what I'm thinking about right now, and what it possibly means. I don't think you'll believe me. Drop in the chat if you want to hear what I'm thinking about telling you. It's so insane. Believe me. I wish I had put the YouTube video up. I wish I had recorded it. But with some of this stuff, man, it's just lost to the ether of the time and internet, man. Basically, it was a channel, a YouTube channel, several YouTube channels that were not in ARG and may have been actual Satanists. Or something else. I don't know, but there was something evil about what they were doing, and I want to tell you what they were doing on YouTube, but it was so crazy. And this isn't the first time I've seen satanic rituals on YouTube. It's vulgar what they were doing. The fact that YouTube let it out at all was crazy. Basically, these were gang stalkers that had made a YouTube channel and uploaded mostly disturbing content. Do you guys want to hear what that disturbing content is? It's kind of gross, but that's what it was. And I found it through the algorithm. And there's another YouTube channel I found with probably another gang stalker uploading the worst imaginable shit straight to YouTube. Don't know how I found it. Just one day I was reading the comment section, this guy's name stood out to me, I click on his channel, fucked up shit. I didn't even want to see. One second. But I'm trying to get the word about gang stalking out because people don't listen. There's like some cognitive dissonance about it. They end up thinking that I'm crazy, and these days I don't have time to be thought of as crazy. I don't want to be thought of as crazy. I want people to, be able to look at what I'm saying and realize that it's real. So, I might tap out here for a second to go cook myself some food, but I can say I might be here for another 15 to 30 minutes. Thank you for the 3 people watching this. I don't know if anything that I'm saying makes sense, but let's just say I find the weirdest shit, man. The deepest rabbit holes. 100% because I'm dealing with it too. I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you. Yeah, we don't know each other, but we're probably talking about the same thing. It's the same group of people doing it. So I appreciate you, thanks. A lot of it is really hard to define. Like if you get the V2K like me, oh my god, like I'm getting it right now. I get it all day, all night, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, sometimes even in my sleep, and it makes it really hard to think to the point where I have to speak out loud. Like I'll speak out loud and I'm fine, right? But if I think, it's all disjointed, and it's because basically they just do this neurolinguistic programming. Good. That's very good, because you don't want to. I've had it for 3 years now, and basically they made me, they took me into the psych ward, and they diagnosed me as schizophrenic, and it's like a removal of rights, basically. It's very difficult to get around that. Once you're labeled schizophrenic, it's a bad label. Like, people don't look at it very positively. God has helped me. I think God helps all of us. Prayer is a big thing in my life. I make a lot of prayers against all of this. Yet I still hear it, but it doesn't make me lose my faith in God. It doesn't make me, turn away from Him or anything like that. I will say that it might be kind of effed up that I gotta go through that every single day. But, maybe God's on the verge of blessing me and getting rid of it. I still don't know exactly what it is. I know some of it's like an AI chatbot, but some of it's real people that have made threats to me, and threats to children, threats to other people, animals, in fact, actually. Hello, Professor. Had to change the title of this live stream. I wanted more people to find it. Yeah, the term gang stalking on YouTube is shadow banned, but there's still a small community of people who find gang stalking videos. What's Macca's? Macca's. The Bible was one of the things that really helped me get through this, specifically the book of Psalms. A lot of people find, McDonald's, yeah, I got you. A lot of people find that the book of Psalms and the Bible, they find it while they're being gang stalked. From gang stalking to gaslighting. They don't have a real empathetic conscience. Like they're relentlessly evil, and they will gaslight you and try to give you false memories or false remembrances. That, or they'll try to convince you of an event that never happened, like they did with me. Community harassment. Basically, where I live, they tried to turn people against me, and it would appear that they told my neighbors and a few other people that are not even a few, a lot of other people, that I'm some kind of domestic terrorist. That's what I've been called. I'm not sure why I've been called that, but this is one of the things that they use to get the people to spy on me so crazily. And they got my neighbors in on it too. I think they just told my neighbors that I'm dangerous and I need to be surveilled, and they were willing to take the payout and willing to do the job. It's obvious, man. I'll come outside my house. One of them will come out. You know, it seems small, but when they do it every single day, meanwhile they're staring at you from behind, I mean, what do you think it means? To me, I think that, it's not that I think, I know that they're doing it deliberately. I know that for certain. It certainly feels that way. There's more gang stalkers here than there are cops. And most of the people that I was friends with or tried to be friends with are in this program. And I don't know why they do the things that they are told to do, but they do. And, you know, it destroys relationships. It destroyed one of my really solid relationships. It would appear that they fed her a bunch of bullshit, and that's really it. None of the things that she was mad at me about were true, and it destroyed our relationship. And they were surrounding me and this girl, right? It was some shit straight out of a movie. They're trying to make us out to be like star-crossed lovers and shit. Meanwhile, they're stalking us, you know? It was some shit. Even she said it was like a Lifetime movie. But that relationship with that girl's pretty much destroyed. You know, I have faith. Things can change. What happens with your conception of having psychoses and also being gang stalked? What part of you believes it's not psychoses being more in depth than you once realized? What part of you believes it's not psychosis being more in depth than you realize? Well, psychosis. Would that be, because I wasn't diagnosed with psychosis, I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. But I know that I know some of this stuff is happening. Okay, I just know because they've done things in real life that they do over the V2K. So like the voices in my head will do things in real life. Like before I said anything, someone made a remark that I was hearing voices in my head. I know it's real. Like these people have not just, you know, done it through technology, they've done it in person as well. And I'm really not on their side. I really don't like the way they get down, and I feel like, you know, they might be helping criminals do human trafficking, and I'm not the only one who thinks this, and I know that human trafficking is going on too. Yes, they've sold out family members involved too. Yeah, they sold out. I don't know why or how, but they did. I call them sellouts. I mean, I've been calling them sellouts since this first started. Because they just have that sellout energy. Like, I'll do anything for a buck. They smile at me while they do this shit. And it's like an evil, cringy kind of smile. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely need to get it off my chest. You'll find one, Conan. You gotta have faith. You got it. Faith in yourself. Faith in, finding your soulmate. So, do you want to talk about it? What happened? They're kind of doing the same to me. They're low. Of course, people who are that low want to take you down with them because they have no conscience. They don't care. They don't have to think about their decisions. So, Conan, you're saying that like you'll talk about something or engage with something and then they'll show it to you through social media? Yeah, actually, I went to the Family Dollar like a month or two ago, and there was this lady there, and she said 666 for no reason the moment I got up to the counter. So yeah, I know they do that to me too. It's annoying. I live in my grandma's basement with mice and holes in the walls because I have systematically been kicked out of every part of society, family, friends, jobs. I live in my grandma's house too. There are mice here as well. And it seems like I've been also systematically blackballed and kicked out of the job force. All my friends, you know, they kind of just went with the program and ended up betraying me. But you can make it, man. I had to get enrolled into a whole job program just to get a call back. And I'm still waiting to see if I can get this job. I might not get this job. I'm not even a criminal. I don't have any criminal record at all. And they treat me like I'm a murderer or something. Like I've done crimes. Like they treat me like when they look up the background check that I'm a horrible person. So I know how you feel. That, you know, well, I hope you find yourself in a different place, a better place, one chosen lioness. I hope you find yourself in a better place now than you were before. A lot of this is jealousy and envy. Like they have a lot of envy to me because I'm not like them. I'm not like... One of the things they would do is like, are you gay or something? Like, you never try to hit up girls and stuff. And they weren't doing it because they were actually my friends. They were doing it maliciously because they thought it would hurt me. And they're jealous because I'm not like them and I don't want to deal with stuff like that. I don't know how to word it. They're like jealous of me because they think that I'm superior in that way or something. I don't know. Sorry, it's hard to describe. Yes. I can tell you, they're basically like fallen angels now. They deferred from God, they rebelled against God, and they came down to this realm, which is the knowledge of good and evil, and they still defer against God to this day. And they're relentlessly evil, jealous, envious, spiteful, relentless, you see. When I leave the house, the demonic hive mind triggers, and the humans around me start talking about my deepest fears, insecurities, and attempt to humiliate me. That's interesting. It's not good. You want to know why they're doing that? Probably because they're evil. The only ones that do the subliminal messaging in that regard, where they're like bringing up your deepest fears, that's usually a force of evil. Because I don't do that shit, and I don't like know people's deepest fears. I don't know that. So how do these people? They all must keep up with each other. I mean, it's called gangstalking for a reason. It's a big gang, and we ain't a part of it. And I don't want to be, and I'm never going to be. I talk about it a lot, but I don't know how long I'm going to be alive, because I have the Matrix picture up here for a reason. Like, I literally thought I died and went to hell and was in like a time loop. I was wrong, of course, but that's what it felt like. Because of these people, it's crazy. I had them bring up my very obscure phobia in public, like I am probably the only person in the world with it. A mother and her son spoke of doing magic tricks with my feared object. That's more of the symbol programming, and they want you to attach some kind of emotion or memory to whatever this feared object is. I don't know what it would be. They do similar things with me. They try to negatively condition me to certain things, and it's not genuine, you know. So it's because they are possessed and the demons speak through them, yes. No, but I've seen reptilians, insectoids, and worm things. A dragon, I've seen the red dragon from the Bible. Before I ever read the Bible, I saw the red dragon. And then I went years later, and I read the book of Revelations. And what do you know? There's a red dragon in the book of Revelations. There's proof of God all around. You know, there's proof of it, God everywhere. Kratom makes you see insectoids. You know, that might just be the reality. It's nothing to fear. You have an infinite soul. You have an infinite soul. I would say that everyone, even the worst people, are connected to God because God is the source of everything. And that everyone, maybe not the most evil people, but people who have done wrong, everyone has a chance to, what we say, repent and come back to God. Scrolling text, closed eye visuals. You know the Matrix rain? Like in the background here? I get that sometimes. Kinda. Not really super fast. There was this one time, I'm not gonna say exactly what I did, but basically I started meditating, and it's like I was inside of my own mind, and there were like these runes everywhere that were green, red, and blue over a white backdrop. It was so bright, but I was sitting in pitch black darkness. It was the most insane thing I've ever encountered. It's a stupid one, but it is sugar cubes. Sometimes they are overly white, cubic shape, and semi-translucentness freaks me the F out. I think I might have been drugged with one as they dosed them with LSD. I've been drugged too. Now, they made a remark to me that I had been drugged with hypnotics, just out of the blue one day. So I believed them. It felt like something hypnotic. Demon face syndrome. What was that called? I forget exactly what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. I don't go off the flesh. I go off the actions and what they decorate their flesh with. I uploaded a video on this channel called Insectoid Matrix. Do you guys remember the drag queen story hour? That's a demon. The person is basically body snatched by that demon, and the reason they have all these different crazy things, you know, on their face, the drag queen, the demonic stuff, is because that demon wants to express itself through that person, whether they know or not. So demon face syndrome is real, but for me, I don't usually get that. Like, I've seen a couple of people that, you know, they do look like reptilians, I guess, but, you know, no one really wants to hear that, you know. Imagine if they actually were a human and I go and I say, you know, you kind of look like a reptilian. It wouldn't be very nice. And they actually are a human, you know, it wouldn't be very nice, but there are some things that reveal people, you know, more than just the flesh, the face. You know, what their actions are, what they believe in. Is a very strange thing. That's why they're trying to normalize all this stuff. All this, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, pedophilia. And what else are they trying to normalize? teaching kids how to be trans, getting kids sex change surgeries. Like, this is not good. I have no problem with anyone transsexual or anything homosexual. I don't. But, you know, when we start conditioning children to adopt trans ideology and, you know, get the surgery at that age is wrong. That's demonic. A lot of people don't like hearing that, but it's the truth. I mean, this stuff is becoming normalized so they can do it more. Yes, it is. It's one of the most evil things going on right now, aside from all the other horrific forms of child abuse and the human trafficking. Like, I can only say so much with these videos, but like, ever since my gang stalking started a couple years ago, it feels like gang stalking has gotten more exposure than it ever has. These people, they tried to silence me after I talked about human trafficking, and I didn't take it as a joke. They used the V2K to silence me. That's really what they did. They tried to essentially like scare me into shutting up about it, and also telling them exactly what it is I know, which I've uploaded to this channel. It's over the course of several videos. I made one video about human trafficking in specific. But if you go to my channel, there's a Pizzagate playlist, and that has some of the human trafficking evidence that we found. These people, like, if you look at that hour-long video that I uploaded, it's the first one in the playlist by Mouthy Buddha. Trigger warning, it is very disturbing, and some of these posts that these people made were just so horrible and satanic that you would need to see it to believe it, and once you realize that it was them that posted it, there you go. I woke up like this. I don't know what happened to my hands. It's not good, though. It might be because it's so cold. It might be. Right now, I don't work, but I play guitar. Maybe that's a part of it. I'm trying to find a job, though. Like, I have been, because I legit have no money. I don't even have a bank account. So I'm trying to get something out of life. One of the main things that they attacked for me was my finances. It would just seem like they tried to get me out of a job, and they weren't letting me get into the job market. I applied for over 20 places, and none of them got back to me. It was only last week that I filed this application. They actually called me back after years. I don't know. Like, I just mean the pressure, the stretching of the hand. Like, it's already like that. I do qualify for disability because they diagnosed me as schizophrenic, and I'm in a job program that helps people that are diagnosed with certain illnesses get a job. So, I don't know. Schizophrenia, to me, it's not... mine was artificially induced. That's my opinion. Obviously, I can't exactly prove that, but I know that they are the catalyst of this. Yep. I get food stamps for it, but I don't get any disability checks, though that would really help if I could get a disability check. I'm good at saving money. But it's kind of a double standard, you know? I'm disabled up until the point where I need to go work, then I can't take government benefits because I'm not disabled enough. But I don't know. You know, I have a connection with God, and working feels weird because, you know, you're not of this world. Working, it's just a strange word. You know, it's just weird working. It feels both natural and unnatural. That's why I like to work at gas stations, or that's why I want to work at a gas station, is because that's usually like the most legit, homely thing you can get is a gas station. Believe it or not. It's a nice environment. What is the path for a peaceful life? Well, it's sort of like the narrow gate from the Bible and the middle way of Buddha, the path of least resistance. You're at spiritual war with demons, with Satan. Be careful saying that guy's name, or even thinking it. It's annoying. He's weak, but you know, you know it. You get it. I think following God is really the only way, because God has the ultimate logic in all creation. So God knows what's best all the time. There's no imperfection in God. So God knows where you're going and where you should go, and maybe exactly what you need to hear. Yes, we're targeted individuals, such a strange term, but I personally, is just like, obviously I'm a target, but I don't call myself anything. It's just, for them, it's easier to identify me if I say, oh, I'm a targeted individual. Well, they know that. They're stalking me. I'm part of their shit list. You have to be honest with yourself. What do you want in life? Do you want to constantly be fighting with gang stalkers? Do you constantly want to be studying gang stalkers? Apparently, for 3 years, I did. I did want to do that and study them and see why they're doing what they're doing. And, well, I did. It wasn't a waste of time, but they certainly wasted my time. And the best thing I can tell you is not to waste your time talking to these people or even paying any attention to them. Stay alert, be vigilant, but don't give these people too much attention. The only time you should give them attention is when you're recording them with the camera, in my opinion. Jeez, sorry about that. A peaceful life requires, a sane mind, a quiet mind. You need to be sane. A lot of people are insane. I'm insane. There's constant noise from all directions, inside, outside. So that causes a lot of disorder and disruption. So you have to get out of the disorder, which is not the order of God, it's chaos. People live in chaos, I live in chaos. It unfortunately is a slow progression for me outwards because of the nature of what they do. There's a couple of times that they told random people I was outside and they came and they catcalled me. I wasn't scared or anything, but I knew they had been told to do it. So it takes a whole new aura when people get told to come to my specific location at the exact moment I arrive outside. Is there a way to drop what you're chasing and just completely and totally drop the thing and pause? There is. I've done that numerous times. I do this out of a passion. I almost do it out of self-defense even. This is almost like an act of self-defense for me. I've had a lot of trouble because of these people. They've done a lot of terrible things to me. They've molested me. That's one of the ways I know that it's real, is because they molested me while I was sleeping. And I woke up during it, but I was too weak to move. So I didn't do anything. And people would say, you're being a pussy, but no, dude, I'm not. And I'm not gay, so I don't want that to happen. I want to go smoke this. So I'll respond to some of the comments. Just give me 2 or 3 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Let me read some of the comments. I just came outside. Here, I want you guys to see it. Uh-oh. There's one right now. Do you hear that? They're doing the whole fucking car alarm thing. I'm trying, hold on. If any gang stalkers come in this chat, don't be surprised. Try to get rid of this. It's snowing here in Ohio right now. This program definitely needs to be shut down, but I don't see it happening. Maybe it will. This word gangstalking has been around since at least the 1990s. So it's a real thing for sure. Well, we know that. There's no arguing that. It's just like gang stalking is like, it's one of those words where it's like people will think you're crazy if you use it. Let me see. Yeah, I'm from Newark, Ohio. So I'm in eastern Ohio. Have I ever heard Ohio by Modest Mouse? When you said Ohio, it made me think of that. I have not, but I've heard of Modest Mouse. The world feels like a ghost town. It definitely does now. Started noticing it. Mine started in 2021. Wait, no. 2022. At the end of 2022, my gang stalking started. So it's been 3 years since it started. And they all do the same things to us because they're psychological operations, they're tactics. They're trying to get into our heads and break us. It really is only in Ohio. They call it Gangstalking HQ. They call Ohio Gangstalking HQ, which is a real tragedy because I love Ohio, but there are a lot of gang stalkers here. And there's a lot of human trafficking going on. And yeah, everywhere I go, these people show up with the one headlight, with the car alarms, with the screaming at me. Like, these people will be behind me in their cars, and the moment they pass me, they scream. This is like over 10 times they've done just that, and I've seen easily over 200 one headlight vehicles. Some of them even drive on my street just to threaten me some more. My phone's at 6%, so I'm gonna have to go back in and charge it at some point. Yeah, this program is global. I've seen people from the Philippines targeted. I've seen people in Germany targeted, people in Turkey, people in Russia, everywhere. Ohio sounds like good morning in Japanese. I did not know that. Ohio is a sacred word. I think it means great river. Ohio is known for its big rivers. I used to watch Evangelion and Steins Gate. That's about it. I don't watch anime nowadays, but it's just because I don't watch anything, you know? I play video games, though. I haven't watched an anime in a long time. Do you know Steins Gate or Evangelion? Those were my two favorites. Steins Gate's about CERN opening up time warp portals, like time travel. That's what Steins Gate's about. I wish I could chat, but apparently I freaking can't. But it is a global program. It is. They're doing this in Canada. They're doing this everywhere, and it's all the same kind of people doing it. Like, you'll have some people that are like ignorant, right? And then there will be some people who are, you know, they're more knowing. Thank you. God bless. Thanks for listening, by the way. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I might stream for the next couple of hours. I don't know. I need to cook something to eat. I haven't really eaten today. Hopefully that's trash. I gotta go back inside. My internet is crapping out. Sorry if I just destroyed your eardrums, ladies and gentlemen. It's snowing out here. It's beautiful. Looks great. Sorry, guys. My stream went dead. I'm in the kitchen right now cooking up some food. So my phone died. That's why it went black. But give me a minute. Alright guys, sorry about that. Went to go make some peas and I got some sushi. So I'm talking about peas and sushi. So I need to charge my stomach up with peas and sushi. That's what I need to do. So, I don't know. I'm gonna mute for a second. Sorry. I didn't think it was gonna take that long. I don't usually make peas. It's got choline in it. Peas does. Alright. Finished eating. Back to the regularly scheduled video, I guess. Live chat. There we go. I think I might do something today where I make a live stream later today. I might not necessarily live stream all day, but like throughout the day, I'll like host different live streams. But what I really want is for this video to go out into the algorithm and for more people to see it. Here's the cube matrix right here. Look at this thing. Cube. I don't know if you are interested in that, but that's where we are. Trying to solve the motherfucker, and I ruined it, allegedly. This thing is hard to put back together, so I guess I should have expected that. I did not, however, so now I have... Oh, there we go. I solved the cube, everyone. I solved the cube. And what now? I don't know. I wish I could get donations on here, but as far as I'm aware, I can't. No, I don't think I qualify for it. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a live stream later tonight. Kind of gotta go pick up my medicine and such. Got a lot of problems, let's put it that way. My teeth feel like they're being pulled out of my head. It is not good. I had surgery on my mouth, on my teeth, years ago, and to this day, I still have pain from that surgery. And a part of the reason is because they didn't properly, like, you know, close it up, like the wound from where they ripped out my teeth. So they ripped out my teeth with 0 anesthetic and 0 painkillers. So that was pretty fucking jarring. But yeah, let me go back outside real quick. I gotta do one more thing. I gotta use the bathroom and then I'll go outside. I have to eat real quick though, so give me 1 second. This is where the cops post up. Like, they post up directly outside my house. I don't know if you could see that cop right there, but they do this pretty much every day now. So it's definitely something I've noticed. So let me go outside so I can smoke this. First, I need to put on another undershirt. I'm sorry. It's just a free-form live stream. What makes me laugh these days? It's a good question. Well, I'm not sure. Some things make me laugh these days, that's for sure. It really just depends on what it is. You know, sometimes I'll watch a trolling video, you know. Sometimes I'll watch something else. If it's funny, it's funny, right? What makes you laugh these days, you know? Putting on my jacket. It's the jacket. Alright guys, got my extra jacket on. I liked watching the Scuffed Realtor streams. I like Sam Hyde and Nick too. Do you watch Charles Carroll's streams? Charles Carroll streams are good. But yeah, let me go outside real quick. And looks like it's still snowing here. Sorry, I take like 500 years. But yeah, man, I've been chasing the rabbit for a long time. I am the rabbit. There's a painting in my room of a white rabbit. That painting is my profile picture. Dope Jackie. Thanks. Charles is mad underappreciated. Yes, he has some great spiritual knowledge. He understands how it is. He's a man who likes his smoke. But yeah, so I might get a couple more Gangstalkers on video just in this live stream. This is a Black and Mild casino. It tastes like a casino. Makes you feel like a big shot. I'm too poor to afford cigarettes right now, so this is all I got. Don't know if you could tell, but it's snowing as well. Looks great. What I want to do is take this around town and live stream around town with my phone. What's up? We're not free. What's up? But these Gangstalkers hate it when I record them. They absolutely fucking hate it because they know they're doing something wrong. Last couple of things they did, they got away with though. And I personally enjoy sitting on YouTube and exposing them. Like, why wouldn't I? But, yeah, at a certain point, I gotta bang out. Do you think all of this Gangstalking is coming out? It actually is. The last 2023 through 2025 was the most I've ever seen it exposed. So yes, it definitely is coming out, the truth. As well as a new Gangstalking movie this summer. I think the truth is coming, and these Gangstalkers, even Joe Rogan said that Gangstalkers were losers, bro. So I don't know, bro. All this shit's coming out apparently. I think it's funny that the first few years I start getting gang-stalked is when it starts coming out. Would you tell me your IRL name, or would that be bad because of your gang-stalkers? I can tell you, but I don't know. I can't type in chat apparently. I don't want to say it out loud. Basically, the people around here know me, and they either like me or they hate me. And the ones that hate me are freaking gangstalkers, almost 9 times out of 10. People I don't know that just have this like seething hatred towards me. But yeah, I'm afraid to say my name. I'm Cade, so that's my name. But yeah, I don't usually share it, so consider yourself special. Yeah, it's incredibly horrendous. Oh, I was kidding about that. There's no gang stalking movie. That's like the one truth they can't put inside of a movie and say it's gang stalking. There are a couple of movies that are kind of like that. The Running Man. The Running Man's about stalkers. But yeah, I mean, my middle name is Rock. My name's Cade Rock, so I'm pretty identifiable. So when I come on here and say my full name, obviously my gang stalkers know. There might even be a few watching this live stream right now, but I don't know. It says there's only 2 viewers. A couple of people tuned into this, though. No, my name is not Alex. It's Cade. Cade Rock. That's my name. People call me Rocky and stuff around here. Like, I remember the gang stalkers were calling me, like, a different version of my name. They were calling me Sentient Rock. I was like, what the hell? And then it caught on with people, and I actually like the nickname Sentient Rock. It's a cool nickname, but I didn't come up with it myself. Everyone is being monitored now. When I drive around, I see them stalking the normies. I know that everyone's under the same program, so yeah, you're right. It's K-A-B-E. It's a pretty rare name. I've met one other Cade in my life, if you could imagine it. I might even change the channel name to just my actual name in real life, but like I said, the reason I was so, like, I didn't care about sharing my location is because I got doxxed. And they already knew where I fucking lived and everything. I'm surprised Chief Handler hasn't posted my docs, because I guarantee you he probably knows where I live. What's up, Corbin? It's nice to meet you, Corbin. Yeah, I don't usually live stream, so hopefully you're enjoying this. You've been here the whole time, so. I'm gonna change it to my name and address. But yeah, like, they'll be swarming my house all day with one headlights. Be coming down through here all day and night. Same street, same road, and they all got one headlight. So, I mean, in my opinion, that's kind of the dead. I mean, it's not even my opinion. It is a dead giveaway. I know they did it on purpose. But every time I talk about it, I end up sounding crazy. I think my channel would get more views if I changed my name. You guys think I should change my name, my username, to just my real name? I feel like it'd get more views because my name is really unique. Like I said, I got doxxed, so I'm not really caring about freaking revealing my name on the internet. I already have my face on here. It's pretty much, you know, it's there. If they want to use this against me in my job search, they absolutely can, but I don't have many viewers. So. Yeah, I know, my channel's hard to search, and that's my fault. But yeah, you kind of gave me an idea. I kind of want to change this YouTube channel name to my actual name. we'll see how that goes. I'll decide by tonight. So if you see my name change on here, you know why. It would probably make it a lot easier to find me, though. I can guarantee that. The fuck was that noise? But yeah, around like 1:30, I might hop off here, and I don't know if you guys are gonna be around tonight, but I'll probably do this again tonight. Probably do it again tonight. It's really cold out here. Holy shit. Corbin's a cool name, though. I like the name Corbin. I put my freaking Black and Mile out. Alright, I'm back. Alright. But yeah, my channel is definitely hard to search. Wasn't really my intent, but it's not like I want to get famous off this, and I don't think I will get famous off this. I prefer not to. Like, throughout all these years that I've been talking about the human trafficking and the gang stalking and more, the occult stuff that they do in the satanic Freemasonic circles, for all those years I've done it completely anonymously. So I've compiled information, I've found stuff on my own, but I never like attached my face to it because I just didn't want to. But now I got beef with Freemasons, I got beef with Satanists. They know who I am, they'd be driving down my street, they'd be fucking with me, you know? They'd be waiting in certain places to do some stuff, and it's all over some beef that we had years ago over human trafficking and the porn industry. I had said something about porn and how some of those people are involved in the satanic Freemasonic circles. And that got me in trouble with the Freemasons. And if you know anything about the Freemasonic square and compass, it's a allegory for sex. When you look at the baseball field, it's like the square and compass, right? They work it into everything. But if you look at the square and compass correctly, it's about creation, sex, within this world. So the flesh. It also has to do with what they call the grand architect, but that is something that even the Freemasons somehow, I don't think they know, but I know what they're worshiping. Jabulan. I've researched this for years, and I've come to the conclusion, the truth, that they're actually worshiping and supporting the artificial intelligence. And that's why they have the all-seeing eye as their main symbol. That's what it means. It means AI, one eye, artificial intelligence. You got the transhumanist agenda. It's just another facet of this deceptive reality. It's fake. The transhumanist agenda is fake, and that's all you can really say. It's not in touch with reality, really, at all. But that's what it is. I don't like that you were looking me in the eye when you said sex. Hey man, I'm sorry. I can't control my own timing, apparently. I gotta fix it. But yeah, one sec. I'm gonna start doing these live streams a lot more because there are people that come here and actually really like it apparently. So, yes, we definitely must endure to the end. It would seem like we all read the Bible here. I read the Bible. A lot of people who get gang stalked that come to this channel, you know, they read the Bible. We have to remain faithful. Like, there are many Bible verses that there's a duality in it. You know, like Timothy, what was it? We know that we are children of God and that the whole world lie in wickedness or lies in the hand of the evil one. That's another translation. We know that we're of God and that they are of the demiurge, Satan, whatever you want to say. And that invigorates me with some faith. Psalm 118. The Psalms are really helpful if you're going through this and you feel desperate. When I was going out on my adventures, my homeless adventures, I brought the Bible with me pretty much every time, and I would read the Psalms sometimes. Watch out for gang stalking TIs as well. Yes, I've seen many fake TIs, mostly on YouTube, but they do the subliminals. You're never gonna see me do a subliminal. I do not like these people. If you're watching this channel, you're gonna find out. I have done everything to distance myself from them, while also being able to study them. Oh, you reminded me, I was gonna say lately I've been playing on YouTube a playlist of an old 70s, 80s visual Bible while I sleep, and it greatly improves me mood during the day. Good. That sounds great. A visual Bible, huh? Keep reading it. If you ever feel sad, desperate, whatever, pull out the book of Psalms. It'll help. That's what I do. What's a subliminal? So basically, there are things that are registered by your mind on an unconscious level. When I say subliminal, they will say specific things that you will understand, but on an even deeper level, you will subliminally have like this feeling towards it. It will modify your feelings. And these subliminals are usually, you know, sexual or violent. They're not good. And when they hit you with these subtle subliminal terrorist threats or whatever they're doing to you, that's the subliminal. So one of them, I have a trigger word. My middle name is Rock. So they know that and they think that my trigger word is Rock, my middle name. It's not, but they think that. So they came up to me and they said my middle name. Keep in mind, I don't know this person. That's the street theater. That's the stuff that they do. And they also know whenever I'm talking about gang stalking. And they cut me off from relationships and more. Thanks. But yeah, whenever they see the slightest hint of actual change, the Matrix attacks. It's what it did in the movies, it's what it does in real life. It's not impossible to team up, but you have to be very careful with how you do it, because they've already marked me as a schizophrenic, and they treat me like I'm violent. So you have to be careful. If you get... Basically what happened to me was I was forcibly sent to a psych ward. It was a whole operation against me. And that was like my culture shock. Miracle's a beautiful middle name. I've never seen anyone with the middle name Miracle. But it's really shocking what they did to me. They basically said, you know, if you want to play around and expose us all day, we're just going to throw you in a psych ward. That's basically what they did. They've been subliminally fucking with me for years with the psych ward as a threat. You know? Like, they would wear this, I remember this guy was outside my house wearing an orange psych ward shirt. It was an orange shirt with a brain on it that said psych ward. And the reason they were stalking me, they shouldn't have known anything I was doing. I was researching gang stalking, and these people were actually stalking me, trying to call me schizophrenic before I said anything. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, I know fake TIs. If you even consider for a moment that the person's fake, you really need to question that. Unless your discernment's not good. Some people's discernment isn't so good. But a lot of people, if you get that weird, like, heart feeling, like, you know, is this person putting on an act? Is this real? Is he really getting gang stalked to this level? I've shown it. I had to show it, just so you get an idea of what it is. So, people that you feel in a certain way, like, oh, this person, are they real? Are they putting on an act? Pay attention to that feeling, because it could be very revealing. Some of these people could be putting on an act. If that's what it seems like, that's probably what it is. This isn't an act for me. I'm trying to get this off my chest, and I kind of enjoy it, honestly. I know maybe it seems like whining, but we're getting somewhere with it. Tanya? That's a good name. I love that name. Tanya. Well, yeah, it's just, it's weird. I say but a lot, too. You know, just to fill the space. I just want it to come out fully, you know. I don't know if it will, but it's the Matrix, you know. If the normies find out, the quote-unquote normies, the normal people who don't know anything about it, if they find out, what's going to happen? It's not going to be a bad thing, it's just going to be a confusing thing. I don't know how the average person's going to take that knowledge of, you know, the earth is real. The earth is a beautiful thing. The earth is sacred, but you're in the Matrix, which is separate from the earth, and yet is on the earth. The world. World, like world around. Get it? When you get world around, something like that. It's essentially what it means to me. But yeah, they will give you quite a bit of trouble. This is a program that it's when you finally wake up, really, is when you start to wake up. That's when this program kicks in, and then all of a sudden you're hearing voices in your head, you're getting fucking stalked by people. And they want you to work for them. That's at least what happened to me. They tried to set me up in 100 different ways. From the other testimonies I've heard from other people, it's very similar to what I'm describing. Especially when we get down to the one headlight. You know, these one headlighters are, I think some of them are involved in human trafficking, because they're really slick. They're really intelligent. Like, they're good at hiding this gang stalking shit. All they have to do is say, you know, this is crazy, blah, blah, blah. And nobody will believe it. No. That's the deal these days, man. You guys have any questions? I'm saying a lot. I use weed as a medicine, and throughout my gang stalking, weed has been one of the best herbs that I've used to combat it. I'm not advocating for drugs, I'm just saying, you know, use it responsibly. But if it makes you feel some way that you don't like, don't smoke it, you know? This is just what I do. I smoke weed, and, you know, every little thing they say is like, okay, well, how can we trust you if you smoke weed or you use herbs? You use plants as plant medicine. How can we trust you? It's a good question. Have you gone through what I'm going through? That's how I know it's real. other people talking about this gang stalking, this one headlight program, and it's just too easy to fake this shit, you know? It's too easy to have fake TIs. It's too easy. I think outside the box. You know what I mean? They want you to think inside the box, and they want you to think being a gang stalker is cool. This is the life they tried to sell to me. I'm not joking. Like, I'm not lying. I'm not making any of this up. I'm dead serious. They wanted me to be one of them, and I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I was, so ever since, we've been duking it out, basically. Fighting. I fight with my gang stalkers, they fight with me. It's endless. Do they eventually give everyone V2K? Also, how does weed combat it? Combat the V2K. I'm throwing no shade, nothing wrong with weed. Well, for me, I have an anxiety problem caused mainly by the voices. Mainly by the feeling that I have to keep hearing the voices at all. The satanic ones, like I said, they're very satanic, and they aren't really trying to hide their satanic nature. Those are the voices I hear, and I don't want to hear them. But unfortunately, if you get to a certain point in knowledge, they will come, and they will be, you know, messing with you. So it combats my anxiety. It combats my nausea, my pain. It usually just makes me feel like I'm having a good time. And I don't drink alcohol. Like, I'm not a fan of alcohol. Like, every now and again, on like a very rare occasion, I'll take like a shot of vodka, or, you know, maybe one day I'll try sake. But yeah, what happens when you don't think about it? Or is it like, is it possible to even try? Now, I do this all the time. I stop thinking about it all the time. The problem is these people use the voices to, you know, do neurolinguistic programming. So they're saying, fuck you all day through the V2K. They're telling me to go fuck myself. They're telling the worst shit to me over the V2K all day, hundreds of times. So if I don't think about it, they force me to think about it. I wake up to this shit, man. It's awful, but like, I realized what losers these people were, like, pretty early on. Like, I figured that only, like, losers would be doing this, and I was right. I reserve the word gang stalker for the worst of the worst. Is it AI? Yeah, some of it's definitely an AI chatbot that just chatters on and on all day. It sounds like fucking ChatGPT. ChatGPT. That's what it sounds like. It don't sound real, though. It sounds like ChatGPT, but it don't sound real. So it's like AI all day, with brief interludes from demons and real people. It's hard to explain. I quit alcohol, and recently I quit heavy vaping and cigarettes. Heard they're putting nano crap into it. I have COPD. COPD. I forget what COPD is, but I'm very sorry to hear that, and I'm glad to hear that you quit. At the very least, you quit alcohol. It's great. Don't let the desire control you. And I would definitely put away the heavy vaping and cigarettes, but I just got done smoking a Black and Mild. So, yeah, it is AI, but not all of it's AI. Some of it is like demons. It's Ephesians 6:12. You know, dealing with powerful forces and wicked forces in high places. The battle is not against flesh and blood, you see. So it's very strange. Had to plug in my phone. But we're in the Matrix. We'll be fine. People will find a way to... When there's a will, there's a way. You know? I do painkillers to deal with this shit. Like, that's what I did. I have no money. A way to find a way to know that this target, like this person that you think is a target is that they have no money. I have no freaking money, dude. It's miserable. Because I can't do anything I want to do. I can't drive out state. I can't take a taxi, nothing. I don't have any money. They're def putting nanotech, smart dust in those vapes for sure. They're up to something with those vapes. Yeah, I mean, I could see it happening. I just don't know how that would work. You're going to put nanotechnology in what we smoke? Well, if it means anything, this weed, some of it I personally harvested. So, I don't think there's nanotech in it. If there is, they're going to hell. But yeah. Yeah, the first thing they tried to do, basically, upon gaining access to my life, which they shouldn't have had in the first place, was they tried to make me homeless. Like, that was a pretty crazy thing to watch happen. Like, they basically tortured me outside my house. But there's a bright side to all this. Yeah, these people are evil, but they lose in the end. And then, in my opinion, they already have lost. Like, what the fuck are they winning? They're not winning anything. Not winning anything by being evil. That's good. You should drop out of the Matrix. Fall out. How'd they make you homeless? So they hit me with this electrocution, right, to my brain. It felt like my brain was getting electrocuted. And they have a technology where they can have real people communicate with you. And this person communicated with me and basically like freaked me out enough to where I was gonna leave. But most of it was the fact that I didn't want to get electrocuted again. So these people are not on my side. They do not like me, and they've used brute force to get into my life. And yeah, they're definitely going to hell. They're already there. I don't know if my mom knew that I went homeless. I don't know if they told them. Because I just said I was going to be back soon or something. I don't know. They are evil fuckers. They smile at me sometimes when doing this shit. I mean, they think it's funny, but they're gonna get theirs. I just like coming onto YouTube exposing them, that's it. That's all I can do. But that chief handler guy, he does post people's information. Like, their private information. And I wonder if he's gonna do that to me. He might. Thank you. I'm definitely a different person. Like, the psychological control tactics they tried to use on me didn't work. They had to, like, do this really specific shit. Like, they had to manufacture these really specific situations. Otherwise, I wouldn't bite. I wouldn't take the bait. But I thank you. Yeah, I've been on his channel before. I've watched some of his live streams. I've seen reptilians too. So I posted this post, right, where I said I was being silenced by human traffickers, and Chief Handler came in and said, and don't you forget it. You can still look at that comment. It's on one of my posts where I talk about being silenced by human traffickers. It's just a weird thing. And that thing is just, I've heard multiple people, including you, talk about that, where they do weird or evil shit to people and then they're just smiling. So it's shit that we don't even fathom or conceptualize. Like, I've never done any of the things that they've done to me. It was completely alien. But yeah, at this point I'm just ranting. I don't know. I'm just ranting about it. The point is, they're trying to anchor you in your own memory. They're trying to keep you bound to a certain thing. They're trying to keep you in a certain spot, trapped inside the box. But you got to be able to look outside the box. You know? And every time you can, if you seriously don't know something, try to ask God. Like I asked God, you know, what's the shape of the earth? Because I don't think it's flat or round. But that's just my opinion. I can't prove it because I'm just a human. But I know that in some way the earth is unfathomable, no shape. But mathematics and the human mind creates a shape. Geometry. It's a hard thing to describe, but yeah. Like they try to spiritually censor me. It's all coming out now. Like the fake is gonna get realized. The fake in people, the artificiality. I'm already done. You can tell by the way I'm talking. Like you gotta ask God sometimes. But also, sometimes you just gotta ask yourself. If you really don't know something and you can't figure it out by asking yourself, try asking God if you don't already, which most people on this live stream probably do. The earth is human shaped. It's hard to describe the paradox. It's weird. It's like every human is a reflection of the earth and the animals. Same thing. I want to ask God about Chief Handler, but I don't want to waste God's time. You know what I mean? Is Chief Handler an agent? Is he a gang stalker? I don't know. I think he's both. How long ago was that We're Not Free? When Chief Handler did that? Was that years ago? He's been doing this for years. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What would be the shape of the earth? I mean, like if you look at the mountains and stuff, and you look at the oceans, it would appear to be both round and flat at the same time, if we're being super objective about it. Like just like dome, if you look up, the sky looks like a dome, right? But where we're standing looks like a flat plane. That changes if you go on like a mountain or something. He might very well be a demon. Somebody drove up next to me, and what was Chief Handler's car? I think it's like a Mercedes-Benz or something. I don't know, but it was the same car that Chief Handler has in his profile picture. So it was really weird. A giant dude. Yeah, last year. He's been commenting since I first started this channel. You want to know how he does it? He just crawls YouTube for anybody using the term gang stalking. Like if you use gang stalking in your titles or you posted something about it, there you go. That's how Chief Handler found you. He does that to everyone. He might live in Ohio. Like he uploaded a video where he was posting someone's location that was in Ohio, and it said he was only like 4 hours away. So he's probably in like Michigan or something, or maybe he is in Ohio. I don't know. It's not like super important to me. The guy has left over 100 comments on this channel. All of them, like it's hilarious, like how backwards it is. He thinks that I'm out of touch, or he doesn't even, I don't even think he thinks it. But he tries to make it seem as though he thinks I'm out of touch with reality, when he's denying all the real stuff that happens to me, so he's out of touch with reality. You gotta come to Oregon. I would go to Oregon. What cities are in Oregon? I forget. Portland. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of Oregon before, but I'm gonna look into it. Actually, I have. Some of them are the most evil people I've ever encountered. They laugh about it. Like, they think it's funny. They think human sacrifice is funny. And they think They don't have what we have. They don't have a soul like that. They have like light from their soul, whatever it used to be, but like some of them are bots, some of them are automatons, but some people are souls, but they sold out, if you get what I mean. So they, like, some of those people become evil. Like, it's real. This is like everywhere. Everywhere in the world this happens. Brazil, Russia, people just become evil because this, it's an energy force. It's the Matrix. The energy force is the Matrix. You get it? Yeah, sold out. That's what it means. Like, I try not to talk too much about the soul on this channel other than what's absolutely necessary to say because, you know, this whole reality is demiurgic. If you know of the Gnostic demiurge, it's basically like that. It's all material. So any talk of the spiritual gets you shut down. Same reasons they hated Christ, same reasons that people get censored. It's all mental, but it's all spiritual because it's going after your spirit. I don't want to babble on about nothing, you know what I mean? It's in the word Babylon. You don't want to babble on about the mystery. You know, it's a story basically. It's a tale, and they want you chasing it. And the people who want you chasing it are gonna keep you in short boxes or tiny boxes where you don't actually progress, but you think you progress. So, I mean, at least with my videos, I'm telling you, you know, there's an outside of the box, which you probably already know, or maybe you don't. But there's an outside the box. And outside the box, all the thought is different. Like it's a tremendous revelation when it happens for the first time. When you get into silence and maybe you ask a question about, oh, does God exist or whatever, some kind of question. That's the start of things. Some people don't like asking questions, so who is Eugene? But yeah, this gang stalking thing, the word gang stalking has existed since like 1990 something. They really want me to shut up about this. Like, they really want me to shut up. And, you know, I did say that it was connected to human trafficking, but like, other than that, you'd be surprised, or I'm surprised that they care that much about my statements online about their little clique. That's why I like to remain independent. I like to remain independent and not in any kind of group. Any kind. I mean, like, the most I would do is, like, okay, I would go to, like, chess club. I don't play chess, but hypothetically, right? Board game club. There you go. I would go to board game club. I probably wouldn't become a member, but I would play there. Something on my eye. They wanna... Let me turn this green screen off. That's probably bothering you guys. I thought it would add to the allure. But yeah. This is what I go through. This is what many people go through, you guys go through. Don't let them bring you down because at the end of the day, they're losers. And they're also liars, so... Yes. Lived in these states: Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, Washington, Arizona, Illinois, Indiana, and Texas. It's a lot of states. I've lived in Ohio, and I went to Michigan and Florida, but I never lived there. So I've always lived here in Ohio. I heard schizophrenic patients describing a metal antenna being installed in their head while they were asleep back in the 1800s. Where'd you find that? Was it like some scientific study? Probably. But yeah, Ohio is really bad. Is that why you're mentioning the states, like, for the gang stalking? Or, I don't know. I personally do hate that word, gang stalking, but
I say it so much, man. That's all I talk about now. But I want to get the word out right. They do it to me every day for 3 years. Like they're obsessive, and it's blatant at this point. Some of my, people, friends that I used to be with, they saw it. So if you go to my channel, there's a playlist section, and I have some of my evidence uploaded. Keep in mind, I've had hundreds of 200s of videos, at least 100 to 200 videos of this happening. 365 days in a year times 3. No lie. Like, they would do it every single day. I don't remember there being a single break from them. And I think maybe they just didn't know that I could realize it, because at first I didn't have a YouTube channel, and this was when it first started. The MK Ultra, the mind control that they do, was pretty hardcore then. They amped it up once they figured it out that, I wasn't gonna join them or whatever, or I just wasn't gonna cooperate with them, rather. What should we call it? I gotta think of something good. Demonic harassment? I don't know. Gang stalking, demonic harassment. I think I hate it because I say it so much. And I'll be honest, I obsessed over it because there are haters basically in my life that hate on me and are jealous apparently of me. I'm kind of at my lowest point right now. If it wasn't for, blah, blah, blah. And they have this envy towards me and they want to fight. And I get, like, I guess they're like cowards and they can't do anything. But like one time they followed me outside my house at like 12 at night. And they screamed fuck you at me through their car, and then drove off. And I was confused because I was like, I thought I was gonna get jumped. There's like 3 people in that car, and I didn't know any of them. And I know that they didn't know me because I don't know them. How the fuck are they gonna know me? A lot of young era psychology books. That's pretty cool. That's a cool little niche. So moving will not help. It depends on where you move to. They did this to you out in the desert. Did you live in the city, or like did you have like some people live in like RVs or places closer to the desert? I've seen a lot of gang stalking footage, and I have seen gang stalkers like do this in the desert. So it shocks me, but I call it community organized stalking, group stalking, so that the normies can relate a little more. Gang stalking makes us sound crazy. Yeah, it definitely does, but that's what it is. Simplest definition, or the simplest, like, I don't know, simplest way you could put it is, oh, it's a gang of people stalking me. I didn't even know gang stalking was real until it started happening. It's real. I thought it was like, I mean, I heard it throughout the years, but I never knew it was like a real thing. Then again, I never knew what it was. Shit. So yeah, thanks guys for staying here for so long. Thank you so much. This is weird because I don't usually do it live. I usually have a lot of jump cuts. But I like doing it live. Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta use the bathroom. My fault. looking for my sunglasses right now. I can't find them. I don't know why that would be. I just had them. Alright. Well, I went all the way to Michigan, and they followed me to a hotel that I went to stay at. And it was just weird. They hit me with the technology there. They hit me with the V2K at the hotel I was at. I think they're trying to make it look like I'm mentally ill. I lived in Columbus, Ohio, Reynoldsburg, Ohio, and Newark, Ohio. I got gang stalked everywhere I went. Even when I went, I went homeless for a bit without telling nobody, and I just walked around Ohio, and they still followed me, and they still found me. If you're at Kroger's, get you some of these probiotic prunes. They're good. But, yeah. I apologize for my use of butt, so I use it so much. Well, I guess that makes me laugh these days. This Fiji water, by the way, some of the best water I've ever had. This isn't a sponsorship. I would take one. It's definitely the best water. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, just set in that I'm on live right now. It's weird. Apparently I wasn't thinking about it very much before. But what I'm thinking about doing is like, wow, it's already 1:30. Continuing the live stream later. I don't know. But oh yeah, I know about No Smiles. I know about pretty much everyone that's uploading gang stalking videos right now. Of course, I can't remember the freaking fake TI though. I'm not shocked by that. Like, people give me like, you just have no idea what these people have done to me, man. Like, they really fuck with people's heads. Like, oh my god, it felt like I was drugged. And keep in mind, I actually have been drugged before. I gotta put a background on my shit. They're gonna find me. No. I guess I don't have a background, so this is gonna have to do for now. This will have to do. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. It like the psyops. You guys said you didn't get V2K, but they used the V2K to control people, and going into this, I had never had this happen before, so yeah, I'm very gullible. It really got me. It really got me in a number of ways. He is very bad news, that's all I'm gonna say. Chief Handler? Yeah, he definitely is. He's a weirdo. He's made 100+ comments. Something's with him. Something's up with him. He's got some kind of a problem. Thanks for watching my stream, though. Seriously, that means a lot. Alright. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna take this. But yeah, I'm outside again. Thank you guys for watching for so long. For real, it means a lot. I don't have any money, so I can't really afford any more Black Miles, unfortunately. It's a very tragic situation I'm in. I was a targeted individual at Gillibend. Oh my god, my dog is going nuts. Get in there, boy. Find a different background for this so people don't just immediately leave. I'm not the best live streamer, guys, okay? Bear with me, alright? I'm going through it right now, okay? Holy shit, bro. Give me like a good image to use as the background for this, please. Oh my god. I'm really trying. Anyway. Wait, am I muted? I might be muted. Shit. Oh my god. Forget. I had to protect my identity with these green screens. These are the kind of videos I see, you know? Look at the kind of videos I see. This is advanced technology. Never did I ever think phones could be so good at editing. Hey, yo, why is my face there, though? That's crazy. I mean, yeah, there definitely should be. Should be a safe place for everyone, right? But some places are just fucked up. Like, there's crime around here in Dover, Ohio. It's just like, it isn't as bad as it used to be, it looks like. But yeah. It's a mixture of bad luck and psychotic people, psychopathic people. Yeah, I know. I live with other people, and I don't know, it's like awkward for me to talk in front of them on YouTube. I don't want them to know that I'm doing YouTube. I wanted to get paid for this, but upon further thinking, I don't think I should. I should probably just go get a job or something, but I don't know. There's really no safe haven. I mean, like, you can go to different places. Like, the best safe havens are the ones in nature, and, I mean, I like the desert, but fucking find actual quiet spots out in nature, not just parks, because one of the first things I tried to do to get away from the gang stalkers was go into parks, but I found out pretty quickly that that isn't the best plot because, you know, they wait at the park and they follow you there too. So, I mean, if you got the ability, if you got a vehicle, take it around. See if there's any open spots in nature through Google Maps. This dog is banging on the door. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. So it's 1:40 right now. I think at around like 7, I'll do another stream, but I'll be on here for a couple more minutes, I think. What do you guys think about the stream? Oh, everyone's gone. Rough. It's cold. It's cold as fuck right now, dude. Sorry about that. I just smoked a joint in here. It smells like weed. Very heavily. It is like the strongest scent of weed I've smelled in a while. If you notice, my face is very messed up right now. It's a good live. I like to hear how others are coping. Very fair. I do too. That was one of the first things I did when this shit started. Was I was looking into other people's, you know, stories when it comes to this. I don't know why this is there, but it is. It says they needed you silent. Yep, that's how you do it. It's not how you do it, but I'm doing it. It's pretty interesting that I can even do this at all. The wonders of technology, right? But I'll come back later tonight and I'll go further into it. What I need to do is like this was just kind of like off the top of my head live stream, just kind of like saying stuff. I kind of want to get my gather myself and then come back later and do a live stream. So that's what I want to do. So I have to do a little bit of I don't know. Gotta meditate on it, I guess, for a little bit. But I want there to be some conclusion to it. But that's the thing. Like, it never ends. Damn it. It never freaking ends. So I always end up talking about it. It's not something I really want to spend much more time on. But I get it. I'm trying to find a picture for you guys that isn't terrible. What to do if your psych meds make you feel like shit? Yeah. Can you guys see that? Right there. That's a green screen. There used to be
cool. See you later then. I'm not leaving just this second. I'm about to leave though. I don't know, I might give it like 15 more minutes. Seems like they're controlling the people we do see. Everyone is far from me. Then when I find one person here in NC, they'll block her comments so you can't connect. Interesting. Huh. They are controlling people. I've watched them in real time control people. Just like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like they got activated. And the way they control people, I think, is that they tell the people somehow to do what to do. Because it seems like they're being told to do it. That's what it looks like to me. Looks like they're being told to do it. They get really aggressive with me after my videos. I get really aggressive. Look at that. Gummy. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair for them to treat me that way. Because I hope that these are frozen. This is the situation I'm in right now. What to do if your psych meds make you feel like shit. I might actually have to go read that article. Because my psych meds make me feel like shit. But like the control, I think they do it through intimidation. Like with most people, I feel like that's how that's how they're gonna reach them, through intimidation. And that's how they make them do it. That's what it seems like to me. I've seen them use homeless people to do street theater. If you guys are here, I'm assuming you guys know and you've seen street theater before, the fake stuff they do on the streets. There's a YouTuber, Nappy Head Roots, something like that. And he was posting his gang stalking videos. And you can see in the videos that something ain't right. It's like they're sending the people over, the police. I mean, he's got a lot of videos, but I remember seeing that on the channel. It looks like they're being sent by the police, like as some kind of undercover informant or something. I don't know the full story, but that guy, Nappy Head Roots, he uploaded a video of a gang stalker. Like, he actually confronted the gang stalker, and I think it was pretty obvious that he was being gang stalked by him. It's so toxic, though. Like, the whole thing is very toxic mentally. Very sick people involved on both sides. Even some of the targeted individuals, I mean, they're not targeted individuals. Yeah, him. I don't think they've ever done anything to my dogs. Kind of seems like they make them deliberately bark sometimes, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I remember. I actually seen that video too. It's a joke, man. They're fucked up. They really would do that too. They put a corpse of a dead cat on my sidewalk. Like, I went out on a walk, right? And I came back a little bit later, maybe like 30 minutes later, and now there's a dead cat on the sidewalk. Like, I feel like they did it deliberately. I don't know, man. I'm eating gummies right now to cope with the stress. I haven't met anyone in real life that talks about gang stalking. I'm the only one who does. I've heard people describe gang stalking, but I've never heard them use the word gang stalking. like it's our little code word. Can't be too depressed these days, man. If your shit's getting fucked up, if you got problems, like me, I'm in pain all the time. I probably shouldn't be eating these gummies right now, because my teeth are gonna hurt afterwards. But I mean, they might. Just some bullshit, man. You gotta go through it. Gotta get through it. I mean, get through it. 153 minutes. A long stream. Well, I appreciate you guys for the engagement. I don't know how much of this you relate to. Probably most of it. But yeah. I do this to document my own experience and to show people what it is, what they're doing. It made me look crazy. It made me look like I was the obsessive one, but they were the ones following me around town for over 3 years. So, who was really obsessive? They were. Endure to the end. That's all you can really do. It's hard, but you get it. But yeah, I think I'm about to conclude this live stream, but I will come back later tonight. So if you guys want to tune in, it'll probably be around 7. Yeah. But if you guys want to say anything, go ahead and say it now, because I was about to stop the stream. You too, and thank you for watching this long, seriously. Boom. They do weird shit. They do the weirdest shit imaginable. I would imagine, or I wouldn't put that past them. Hi, wandering Saint Fleur. But yeah, I will be back at 7. Around 7. Alright. Thank you, by the way. What's up? What's up, man? I think you came in just at the end of my little live stream. But I'll be back later tonight at 7. So about 6 hours from now, or 5 hours now from now. You're mentally strong too. I would say that anybody who's going through this is mentally strong. I say it from the person who, I didn't do anything. I started getting connected with God, and this is when all this really started. I've been getting programmed for my whole life, but this gang stalking is a whole nother thing. But yes, I will be back at 7. Thank you guys for watching. I'm unsure of how to end it, bro. I'm sorry. You guys have a good night. If you can't tune in, it's okay. I think I'll get more viewers at around 7, so we'll see what happens. Alright, take care, guys.